who is not speaking, please mute yourself. Okay,
Yeah, you're properly audible.
Okay, let me share my screen as well. Okay. So I'm letting you know how this session will be helpful to all of you, right? What exactly you needed, everything will be here, right? I will explain in a few minutes. You can see that, okay? Okay, so this is what we are going to decide in our B19 batch. This is my 19th batch, and this batch is totally acceptable for the people who want to make a career change in SQL and PL SQL. In last of my 18 batch, my experience was, not my experience, I'm telling my experience, I'm just telling you all the experience of all the people who join the batches. I'm given guarantee for more than 90% of the question. Even the scenario-based questions are exactly same what we discussed in the session. Most of you join through my WhatsApp groups, so you know that people are getting selected and they send their questions, what they are getting in the interviews, and they are claiming that more than 90% questions are coming exactly same, even the scenario-based question, whatever we are discussing in the class, exactly same, everything same, right? Everything same will come here. So we are discussing about the same scenarios. I'm letting you know about myself. I have around 17 plus year experience in database technologies. I'm not a teacher. I'm a database architect, and my main motto is in the session, whatever I learned, right, in my experience, I just want to deliver that. I'm not a teacher. I don't have as such PPT, right? I don't have as such, the exactly scenarios what I'm going to teach. What the scenario I am facing in my day-to-day life, I'm trying to teach you same. And I will let you know how to answer. Remember that interview is a totally different thing. What to answer is not important. How to answer is more important. So we have to focus on how to answer concept, right? So I will let you know all these things, what we are going to do, right? We're discussing all the topics. If you see my screen, I sent you the mail to all of you. We are going to cover these all topics from starting, each and every topic. If somebody can expect that Vishal can do the first session will be the performance tuning, first session will be function procedures, right? Just give me a second, please. Okay, so each and every questions, each and every topic we are going to discuss. I'm not starting from performance tuning. I'm not starting from function procedure. We start from the base concept. Remember one thing about the interview, your 40% of the question in any interview is based on the base concept. 40% of the interview based on the base concept. And not only interview, when you go and start working somewhere, you can see in your interview, or you can see in your working project wherever you go to work, your 40 to 50% of your daily routine work is coming from your 40% the basic concept what we are learning. Almost every day in your project life, almost focus on the basic concept. So to focus on the base concept first, we start from everything. In the starting, maybe some people can feel that Vishal, I know this, I have very easy questions why Vishal is discussing, but I'm telling you again, exactly same thing will come in the interview. So whenever you read a book 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, you can find the same, something new. Go to the base concept, how we are learning, which type of questions coming. We will pick each and every topic which is mentioned here, and go with all the possible questions. Each and every scenario based question which is possible to ask in the interview, we will go through each and every topic, right? If suppose, for example, I'm discussing function, right? I suppose I'm discussing triggers, I'm discussing procedure, package, whatever. In that topic, you cannot find any single question other than that. For PL SQL, I'm claiming everybody in all my batch, right? You don't have to open Google. Only my notes are enough. After every sessions, you all will receive the notes. Whoever given me email ID, I will send you notes to everyone. The reason is some people asking recording. Recording, nobody has time to go and listen the recording. Suppose we are getting 62 hours of the session. No one has 62 hours to go and listen all the recordings. No one has time, 62 hours. But suppose if you have the notes in front of you, it is very easy for all of you. So open the notes and revise everything. Just 50-60 notes is much more than enough. Your weekend batch, so maybe we have 2 hours class on every Saturday and Sunday, right? And sometimes it's only I want everyone to come in the class, join the session. I will provide recording only if suppose sometimes it happens, like somebody in emergency and something like that, then it's understandable. Otherwise, everyone should join personally in the session. and try to see what's going on, because when you come live in the session, it's very easy for you all to understand. Okay, so let's start. It's all about myself. I will send everything. First of all, let's know how to do. Many people are asking me, Vishal, okay, do I have to install Oracle? No need to install Oracle. Not install any database. First of all database is same. Either you're working on Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, PostgreSQL, Informix, DB2, does not matter, Sybase, any database, all are RDBMS. RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Concept is same everywhere. So when you go for interview, you have to focus yourself that you are a database professional rather than you are working on Oracle from last 4 years or 5 years or 8 years or 10 years. No. Or you're working on Microsoft, or you're working on Sybase, or working on PostgreSQL. This is not the scenario. You all will be work exactly same. You all will be saying that you're working on a database technologies, and from the last 4 years you're working on Oracle or Microsoft or something. This is what we are going to do in each and every scenario. Let's first know where to practice. I'm telling you here, everyone should go. I will send everything in the notes. Don't worry. So you don't have to note it down anything. There is no demo sessions. We are starting our class. Who wants to continue, they can continue. Who don't want to continue, they don't need to continue. But we are starting our session from the first day here. You have to livesql.oracle.com. You all have to open this website. Everyone, go here. I will send this link in the notes. You have to go to your sign in, right? If you don't have an account, create an account here. Once you create an account, it's just a one-page form. Just one page. That's it. It's just a one-page form. You do not need anything else. In this one-page form, you have to write email address, password, job title. You can write anything. Does not matter, right? Company name, you can write anything. That does not matter. They are not going to check. It's just a mandatory field. So you have to put any column, any value here. And after putting this value, when you submit it, your account will be created. Once your account will be created, you are able to log in here. Just like I am logging, you are able to log in here. See, and go start coding now. When you go start coding now, it will open your SQL version. Here you can write any query. So you don't have to install Oracle. You just need your internet connection. That's it. And your tables are there. You can practice everything. And this is a free environment. And you are accessing the latest version of Oracle. Everything is here. Latest version is Oracle is here. We can see it here. Just like you can write any query, select star, from, dual, whatever. Right? Your query will work. Exactly whatever you are doing, you can do it here. So to practice here, this for your practice. If you have SQL developer installed in your machine, if you have any other thing installed in your machine, that's okay. Otherwise, there is no need to much worry about it. Live SQL will be helpful a lot. Okay. Okay. Let's go. I'm starting first. I'm first starting what exactly the database is. Database means what? We're talking about SQL. What is SQL? SQL is a structured query language. Structure. Okay. Forget about spelling mistake if I have anything. A structured query language. A structured query language means a language. Simple. See, database is pure English. Understand the base concept of the database. Database is pure English. If you understand English, you're able to understand 50% of the database. You're able to understand 50% of the database. So that's why you have to more focus on what exactly the errors are coming. When you start working in a project, wherever you are working, you can see most of the time you have to solve some issues. You just have to read the logs. Your log will be just pure English. You understand the English, you're able to solve most of your database things. SQL. What is SQL? A structured query language. A language by which we can talk to the database. Simple one-line concept of the SQL is a language just like English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu. Some languages, just a language by which we can communicate with the database. Because language is what? Language by which two people are communicating to each other. Okay, everybody able to see my screen? Do all able to listen me properly? Let me know if anybody any question. All good.
Yes,
Okay.
you are audible and visible also. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So SQL means what? A structured query language, a language by which we are talking. We go to each and every topic one by one, right? Because this our motto is go and see. Because suppose if I go today, performance tuning or any other topic which people are pinging me, you're just going to memorize. You don't have to memorize. You have to understand the concept. The main funda in the interview is you have 60 minutes, right? First 5 minutes, tell me about yourself. Last 5 minutes, ask me question. You have just 50 minutes which you have to kill. This is what your time is. You have to kill. Remember when you saw any soccer game, right, or any hockey game, what is happening? After doing one goal, another team just want to pass the time. They don't worry that I have to make 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals. No. If you are leading by 1 goal, they just have to pass the time. This is what you have to do. You have to learn how to pass time. That's the funda. If you go here, I'm just showing you here B18 or B17, whatever. I'm just showing you something. Let's see. After every session, you don't have to note down anything. Whatever we are discussing, open any topic. Whatever we have discussed, I will send the notes like this. Only my notes will be enough. I'm repeating again, is enough for whatever we discuss. Everything will be received in the same scenario. Just like here, I'm giving you. You all can see. Any topic. I'm going here. Suppose any topic I can click. Triggers, we are learning how the trigger we created. Everything. Just copy paste. Everything will come in here. Exactly same. And how I explain here is in the same way you have to explain at the time of interview. In the same way you have to explain at the time of interview that is mentioned here. Any topic. Explain, plan, performance tuning, whatever we're discussing, everything in the same scenario. You have to go and mention at the time of interview. Remember that line. Exactly same way. Because how to answer is more important. What to answer is not important at all. So focus on how to answer. Okay. Let's go back here. Again, I'm going. A structured query language, a language by which we can talk to the database. We are communicating to the database. Just like suppose, for example, suppose I have to talk to somebody who understand, suppose I understand one English, right, and Hindi. Only 2 language I can speak or I can read. Somebody, if I have to talk, that person maybe knows Tamil or from South India, maybe Tamil or Telugu. Okay. Then what happened? Tamil and Telugu. Then what happened for in this scenario? We cannot communicate to each other. So we need something, a common language. Suppose English is a common language by which me and this person can talk to each other. In the same way, for the database, we have to communicate via language. Suppose I want to see a data, right? So I cannot tell to the database, can you please show me data from employee table? This is the pure English language. You can understand, I can understand, but database cannot. Because this is not the language what database can read. Database can read the language of SQL. So when you're writing the same way, select star from HR.employees, EMPLOYEES, HR.employees, it means this is a SQL. When I'm writing this query, whenever I'm writing this query, so data for database, it is a SQL, a language, so database understand that, okay, this person want, select means fetch. Means take the data. Somebody can call it a star, some people can call it all. Select all from employee or select star from employee, both are same. It's just a way of communicating. From HR.employees, from this is the table. So when I'm writing this, the database understand it. Okay, this person wants to show all the data from the table. This person wants to show all the data from the table. So that is called structured query language, right? A language by which they are communicating to each other. Simple concept, nothing different. And whatever we are discussing, you don't have to note down. In this SQL worksheet, we have here my sessions, everything will be stored here. I will take the copy paste and send in the notes. So don't worry for it. And this is called tables. This is called table. What is table? This is called column. Very basic thing, just understand very quickly. My first few sessions, my speed will be fast. Okay, but when the SQL query writing will come, my speed will be slow, don't worry. These are called row, or you can call it tuples. What is table? Table is the basic fundamental. Tables are the basic fundamental of database, basic fundamental of database. Now the first question of the interview start here. Okay, what is table? How many types of table we have? How many types of table? For example, you are in your house, suppose somebody living in house, we have many tables. We have, suppose we have one dining table, which is like this, looks like this, right? We have 4 here, dining table, looks like this. 8 people can sit here, for example. We have suppose center table, which is like this at home, right? Maybe we have some breakfast table, which maybe high chair will be there and people are set like this. Different tables we have at our home. In the same way, different tables in the database, right? So that's why the question coming in the interview, questions coming in the interview, what are table? The first question in the interview, what are table? How many types of table? So remember it, table are the basic fundamental of any database because table store data. Data is everything. Whenever any application made, for example, we made Facebook, Instagram, any application. Suppose I'm just opening my Facebook, right? We have this, I can go and comment it here. When I'm commenting something here, you can see what is happening. This is the data I'm putting into the system. So application can make one time, but data is continuously coming into the system, This is the concept of data. Data is stored into the table. So tables are the basic fundamental of the database. There are two types of table: index organized and heap organized. Chances of asking this question is at least 70 to 80% of the chance this question can be asked in the interview. What is the difference between heap organized table and index organized table? Or maybe they can ask you how many types of tables. I'm again repeating, you know how to answer is very important. What to answer is not important at all. In many interviews, when we go through the many questions, right, you all can see that. And you all, does not matter wherever you are learning from Google, learning from YouTube, learning from self-learning, learning from Udemy, wherever. But always try to learn how to answer. How to answer is the base concept. There are two types of table: index organized and heap organized. By default, what is heap organized table? Rather than memorizing the things, try to understand the things, how things are working here. Let me take a scenario here. What I told you, tables. I'm talking about tables. Tables are the basic fundamental of any database, because table is stored data. There is no question at all. Tables have basically two types. What I'm talking about, heap organized and index organized. Tables are basically two types: heap organized and index organized. I hope so. I'm just explaining heap organized, index organized. Tables are the basic fundamental of the database which store data. Data is the main thing. We're talking about RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Any data, everything talk about data. Data which is stored into the table. Because whenever we query to the database or when we write our SQL, we are referring the table. Select star from table. Suppose there is a data stored for Vishal. There is a person Vishal, age 38, male. I cannot say select star from my database. No, I will select star from table where I'm looking for Vishal. So we always refer to the table. So table are the basic fundamental. Two types: index organized, heap organized. First question in the interview, difference between both of them. I don't know anybody of you face this question or not. Heap organized table, suppose in our house, right? Suppose we have a countertop. Just in front of our kitchen, we have a countertop, right? This also considered as a table. Whenever somebody come from outside, they put here some stuff, right? I go to the grocery, I came here, put stuff here. Okay. My kids come after playing from, suppose park, they have their own stuff, they put here. Everybody comes, put stuff here. Means heap organized table is a table where any row comes, any row you can insert, every new row comes here with a new insert statement. Every data. Heap organized table, by default, all tables in Oracle are heap organized table. It means Oracle insert a new row whenever you get a new data. Understand it here. Oracle insert a new row whenever it get a new data. Heap organized. Whenever I get a new stuff, I put on this table. Right? Suppose I came from outside, I put stuff. I park my car in my garage, come here and put my keys here. Right? New row, new data comes on this table. Heap organized table. My kids come from playing from park, they put some stuff, water bottle here. They come from school, they come here, they put their bag here. Heap organized. Every new data insert in a table. So Oracle will consider every new data, insert into the database with a new row when there is a new data. This new row will insert every time. New row insert every time. This is called heap organized. Till here, I'm just stopping. You have 10 seconds. Ask if any question if you have. Do you understand what is heap organized? You don't have to memorize it. Simple.
Kind of unstructured. Sorry.
Yes, please tell me what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a kind of unstructured data. Like anything can be inserted.
What I'm trying to say, there is just a free stuff. This table has this just a table here. Anyone can put anything. I'm not stopping my kids. Okay, you came from your school, so your bag will go on this table. I never say this. They came, they store with their bag here. I came and park my car in my garage. I put my keys here. But I have to put my keys here. We have a key place where I have to put all the keys. But I'm not doing this. All data coming here. So whenever the table contains every data without any restriction, you can insert any data in the table. Means every new data have a new row insert into the table without any restriction is called heap organized. Heap means, you know what? Heap means just like here, this data like this. Everything comes up. That's it. No structure. All data, whatever you want. Even my kitchen plates are here. My Suppose, just take an example, my clothes are here, my some courier guy will come, they take a courier box, I put it here. I took from my garage, put it here, everything I put it here. There's no structure. Heap organized table. Index organized table, where everything go in a correct place. Index organized. When I'm putting, suppose my kids come, they know that, okay, this data in this table, I make three scenario. Okay, food here, school bags here, right, water bottles here, whatever. I make a space that is called index organized table. Index organized table, it is tough to insert, because whenever come data to insert, means whenever I have to put data onto the table, I have to look wherever I have to put my water bottle. I don't have to put here. I don't have to put my water bottle here, because I have a space allocated for water bottle here. I am putting here. I am putting here. This is called index organized. In index organized table, what is happening? Index organized table, all the data will access by primary keys quicker. Data, when we create an index organized table, my table must contain the word organized index. When I'm writing a table, suppose I'm writing a table, I will let you know how to create a table. Create table, table name XYZ. I make my columns. In the last, I'm writing here organizing index. When I'm writing organizing index, it means this table is index organized table. Another interview question. How do you know that this table is a heap organized table or this table is index organized table? If my table definition, wherever I'm defining my table, that contains the keyword organizing index, and every index organized table must contain primary key. I will let you know everything. This all topic will let you know what is primary key and all. Don't worry about it. You will not leave any single topic. So don't worry, because I'm giving explanation, I'm telling you, right? I'm not a teacher, but I just want to deliver my experience to all of you. So maybe some word you can say why Vishal is using this. So I will cover up definitely whenever you go to that topic. And I will not randomly jump from this topic to that topic to this topic. No, we will go in a flow, every time in a flow. Like table, insert, alter, delete, truncate, all go in a topic. And again, repeating, if you go for interview, 40% of your question is come from basic concept. Does not matter your experience is 2 years or 20 years. Does not matter. It's all depend upon how good your basic concept is. Okay, this is called index organized table. This is called heap organized table. Advantage of index organized table is selection is very easy. Suppose somebody will tell you, okay, can you in the table, can you just go and find out, suppose this is let me take another example. Suppose this is my, as I told you, this is my table, countertop, everything will be placed here. Everything will be placed here. My water bottle, my food, my keys, my kids' school bag, everything will be here. Everything will be here. If I tell you, means putting the data is so easy. Whenever you come into the home, you don't care. I just go to this table, this countertop of my kitchen countertop, and put everything here. Keep organized. Insertion is very easy. But suppose I have to check. Okay, can you check where is the keys? Car keys. I have to go out. There are so many stuff on this table. I have to search. Okay, here. Where is it? Okay, I found the key here. Searching is tough. Index organize. If suppose on same table, I make a criteria. Okay, you cannot put like this. If you're coming in important stuff, suppose like keys or courier or whatever, like my wallet, my mobile in this area. School bags will be coming this area. Water bottle coming this area. Food stuff coming this area, for example. So putting the things will be little bit tough. I can't actually come and put here. Okay, I have to go here. If I have to put suppose water bottle. If I have supposed to put courier, I have to go here. Means putting this stuff is little bit time consuming, but selection is very easy. Whenever I go to search, where are my keys? I directly go here and find my keys. Because I organized my table, index organized. You must have a primary key. You can, people, they see questions are, when interviewer is just like me and you, right? Interviewer is not like somebody is qualifying some exam, right? And he qualified. I am an interview taking personal qualified, taking certification. I am taking interviews. No, whoever is free on that day in the company, in your project, that person will go and take your interview. There is no special person, just like me and you. He can ask any question, whatever comes in his mind. You just have to good in your concept. That's it. You just have to good with your concept. That's it. So every table must have a primary key. This you can as a disadvantage of must have a primary key. This is called a disadvantage of index organize. If I want to create index organize, I have to create a primary key. I will let you know why I'm calling it a disadvantage. I will let you know because you have restrictions. When we learn about constants, when we learn about the restrictions, we know about it. But this considered disadvantage means for creating a index organized table, you must have some pre-filled criteria. But a normal heap organized table, just create a table. Table is created. Whatever you want, you can insert. Nobody will stop you. Nobody will stop you. Heap organize, index organize, you must have a primary key. You cannot have any other index on the data. You cannot partition you cannot partition index organized table. So these are few disadvantages which you have to tell to the interviewer if they are asking, right? This is the first concept, what is the table. I hope you understand it. Whatever I'm giving, whatever I speak, you all will receive in the notes. So just listen, don't note anything. Do not need to note down anything. Just have to listen what I'm explaining. Okay, let's go back. I'm talking about SQL. How many types of SQL? SQL is what? A structured query language. How many types of SQL? There are basically 6 types, but you don't have to worry about. We are not here to pass any course. We are not here to do any certification. We have to go and crack the interview. Focus how to do that. DDL, DML, and TCL. Just focus on this thing. That's it. DDL is what? You know, most of the thing what happened at the time of interview or preparing something to crack any exam, right? You have to focus, right, that what exactly needed. What exactly needed. If the people who crack IIT exam or any competitive exam, I'm just taking an exam for IIT, right? There are 3 subjects: math, physics, and chemistry. If some people just crack the math, if you're good in maths, math is basically who make your selection. Chemistry, easiest subjects, make your rank. Physics, you just pass, that's okay. I'm not talking about the toppers who take under 100 rank of all India rank. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the people who want to get selected, right? In the any competition. Take an example of IIT, right? IIT is a tough exam considering India. Math, physics, chemistry. Math will make your selection. This is your basic concept. Your basic concept make your selection into the interview. If they are asking 10 questions, you make any one of them wrong, you will not select for sure, 200% sure, guarantee. You will not select. Chemistry will make you rank. This is your performance tuning question. Performance tuning is one question. Performance tuning is one question, but at the total weightage of 30% of your interview. 30% of your interview is total weightage on this one question of performance tuning, right? That makes your rank, how good package you can take. Physics, all advanced database concept. You just have to answer, that's okay. If you have little bit not able to answer very good, that's okay. But if you're not able to answer this basic concept, that's completely not okay. Suppose somebody can ask a tricky question or any scenario based, all scenario based question, all scenario based question, 100% of the scenario based question is based on basic concept. You cannot find any single scenario based question, which is based on basic concept, advanced concept, never. All scenario based question focused on base concept, right? So if any question wrong here out of 10 questions, you will not select. Sometimes people can think, okay, I have give so much good answer of performance tuning or exception handling or pipeline function or function procedure or package or materialized views, but you are not able to answer here when interviewer asks a single question that my table contains 10 million of record, I want to delete 1 million. How to delete that? If you're not able to answer this basic concept, you will not select that for sure. 200, you can write, I can give you this written on the stamp paper. You will not get selected. This is 200% sure. So focus on basic concept a lot. You are not allowed to make any single question wrong on base concept. So you have to learn what to learn and how to answer is very important. DDL, data definition language. Data definition language. DML, data manipulation language. TCL, transaction control language. 3 languages. If we're talking about DML first, DML means what? Only insert, update, delete. This is your DML statements. Data manipulation. Manipulation means something is already there, we manipulate the data, means change the data. So either we can insert or update or delete. That is called DML statements. DML statements is always followed by TCL. TCL means commit or rollback. We have a concept of save point also. So okay, let me note it down. Commit means permanently save into the system. Rollback means we can revert back. I know most of you know about it, but I'm just giving, I cannot skip any topic. We can little bit faster, but we can touch each and every topic. DDL means what? Your create any statement other than insert, update, delete, whatever you know. Create, truncate, drop, alter, modify, rename, whatever you know. You can consider everything DDL, data definition language. Every DML statement must followed by commit and rollback. The next interview question here, second interview question for the people who have less than 2 year, 3 year experience. Focus here. Interview question is, scenario is that, for example, I have a table, interview question like this. There is user A, there is user B. They both can access the same database. User A will insert a data for employee ID is equal to 100 into the employee table. But user B is not able to see that. Why? Not able to see the data in the system. But here it is showing one row inserted. User A insert the data. Can you give me just 1 second, please? Sorry. Hello. Okay, let's come back. So I'm talking about here this concept. Somebody joining. Okay, I'm talking about this concept. Insert table A, user A is insert a data for employee ID 100. It is showing one row inserted, but user B not able to see the data. You write an insert statement. Insert means DML statement, data manipulation language. Remember, insert, update, delete. Data manipulation. It always followed by commit and rollback, because user A insert the data but is not committed. If you not commit, it means not permanently save into the system. If you not permanently save into the system, user B is not able to see the data, because user A must have to fire commit command. Without commit, this data is only available to user A in the particular session. That's it. So that's why every DML statement, insert, update, delete, must contains. The question comes in the interview, second question, difference between DDL and DML. DDL, data definition language, DML, data manipulation language. Every DDL statement is auto-commit. Auto-commit means what? Automatically committed. You don't have to fire commit command. If you write create, you write alter, you write rename, you write modify, whatever you wrote, you don't have to fire commit command explicitly. But in case of DML, you must have to fire DML command, commit command, otherwise data not saved into the system. Now I'm going to discuss another question on the same scenario, DDL and DML, right? This question is for all people from 2 years to 20 years. This question is very important. So many times this question asked to me so many times into the interview. Let's see this scenario first. I will discuss this scenario here with you. Suppose I have a table A. This table A interviewer question. In table A, let's see this here. Let me explain here. Let me create a table. Create table A. I'm creating a table A ID, that is number. Table created. Simple. Interview question is I have a table. I'm writing begin end. The reason is what I will explain you. This environment, Live SQL is a free environment. It's an auto commit environment. So everything whatever I wrote, it will be committed by default. So that's why I'm using begin end. You don't have to explain anybody. You don't have to write begin end if you have any other environment. Or in normal project, we are not using begin end like this. But here my environment is auto committed because of free system. So I have to use that. I can make in one transaction. I will explain you all begin end when we go to that topic. So for a time being, don't go focus on this beginning. Focus on the concept. I'm inserting a data here. Insert into A values. I'm inserting a data 1. Okay. I'm inserting 4 records. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after I write rollback. Rollback will be reverted back. Understand the scenario of this question. I'm coming in 2 minutes. When I run this scenario, I inserted 4 records into the system. Record number 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me go to see the data. Select star from A. I cannot see any data because the rollback statement. Rollback will be reverted back. So whatever we inserted, all data will be reverted back. The next question, I'm writing here commit. Whenever you write commit, and I write rollback also. Whenever you write commit, what is happening? So let's see this here. Database contains record 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there are two things you have to understand. I'm moving to the scenario based question. Just wait for 2 minutes. I insert 4 records. I make a commit. Then I make a rollback. That does not matter. Does not matter. Once something is committed, once committed, cannot roll back. These are the basic concept. Once committed, cannot roll back. Data is committed into the system. These 4 records committed into the system. When it is committed, you cannot roll back. Basic concept of the database. Commit means permanent save into the system. I can see the data here. This rollback does not have any impact because data is stored into the system. Now let's go and understand the new scenario here, right? This interview question. Interviewer asking in the interview that I have a table. In table, I insert record 1, then I insert record 2, then I create an index. Suppose there's one more table. Let me create one more table. Create table B. Create table B, ID, number. One more table created. Interviewer is saying, I create one index. If you don't know what Vishal is writing here, so don't worry about it. This all I will let you know. First understand the scenario is. Scenario is I am creating index here. Create index, index name, idx underscore B on B column ID. Remove this commit statement, right? We all know the concept. We all know the concept that we are talking about. We are talking about inserting data into the system. This is what our concept. We know rollback and commit. Rollback means revert back. Whatever you inserted, updated, and deleted, you can revert it back. Commit means permanently save into the system. I can see in my data 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm inserting record number 5, record number 6 into table A. Then after I make an index on another table, any table, anything. Then I insert record 7 and 8. I haven't fired commit command. This is an interview question for all the people. Does not matter how much your experience is. Interview question. This is. Let me repeat it one more time. The question for your understanding. My table contains 4 records already, right? I inserted record number 5, record number 6. Then I create one index. Basically, a DDL statement. Interview can be asked you index. Interviewer can tell you I alter the table. Interviewer can tell you I truncate the table. Interviewer can tell you I drop a table. Interviewer can tell you I modify the table. Interviewer can tell you I create a constant. Anything, whatever. Basically, interviewer fire here a DDL command. Create is a DDL. Alter is a DDL. Modify is a DDL. Rename is a DDL. Truncate is a DDL. Drop is a DDL. All DDL. Insert, update, delete. These 3 are DML. Interview question. What is happening here when I create an index or sequence or procedure, whatever, anything, forget about it. Just a DDL fire. Then 2 insert statements, 7, 8, then I make a rollback. This question is very popular over internet. Chances of asking this question in the interview is 100%. Who can let me know when I run this, what happened? Interview question is, oh, something I make it wrong. Oh, sorry, here, semicolon is missing. Okay, all data gone here. Now interview question is here. Interview question is, my table contains that 4 records. Inserted 2 records, then I fire a DDL command. Then 2 records, I make a rollback. Anybody can let me know how many records in the system now? Who can tell me?
5 and 6 should be inserted. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, very good answer.
Only one.
Because this question will be very popular in the interview, and your interviewer knows it. 99% of the people give this answer. The reason this question is very popular in the interview. Very popular, you can find on the Google. But you know what this interviewer will do? Interviewer will make a trick here. The answer is very correct. Because we inserted 5, 6, then I fire a DDL command. And the basic concept of the DDL is, this is your DDL. Basic concept of the DDL is, DDL will first commit and then fire. Basic concept, because DDL is auto-committed. So DDL first fire commit internally and then DDL will run. So when line 5 and 6 will be inserted, because this will fire a commit internally, So every DDL fire commit, this 5, 6 inserted. For this 7, 8, we have rollback. So this data will not go into the system. Let's see this 5 and 6 insert into the system. 5 and 6 insert into the system. Very correct. Interviewer make a question here because 99% people can give this answer. Interviewer can say, okay, I fire an index, but this index fail. This index fail. For example, let's say, means your DDL fail. Interview question is, who gives this answer? Upma, you give this answer. Upama, right? Sorry if I not spelling your name correct.
Yes, Upma.
I'm running this DDL again. Let's see this. I have 5, 6 insert into the system. I'm inserting 7, 8. Everybody can see this question. These are called scenario-based questions. Say 7, 8. Here I'm supposed inserting 9 and 10. I'm running this query again. This query will give me error because we already created an index. It will give me error. Name is already used by an existing object. This is interview-based question. What happened now? Your DDL fail. You are saying that DDL is auto-commit. Once you fire DDL, DDL will be first commit into the system. Concept is very clear. Concept is correct. This question is very popular. But interviewer make a trick here that this is fail. This fail. Now tell me what is happening. You can see this error. Anybody can try this. This our chance of asking this question is 200.
Yeah, because the ID is created and it's an alter command. If we need to change a data, we need to use the alter command. And here it's creating a new one.
Wait. The question not alter command. The question is interview question is I have a table. My table contains 6 record. I'm inserting record 7. I'm inserting record 8. Then I'm inserting it. Then I'm firing one DDL. And this DDL fail. Understand the scenario. This DDL fail. Then after I'm running insert 9 and 10, I'm filing a rollback. What happened? Does these 2 records will be inserted into the system or not?
Yes, sir. It will insert it.
Inserted.
Because it is syntactically right.
So here you can see that the interview question is a very good answer. What is happening here? Does not matter if this DDL fail or not. Whenever we run any SQL command, how Oracle treats that SQL? The first thing is done is called semantic check. Semantic, forget about spelling mistake. And that is called syntactic check. Right? Semantic check is, forget about spelling mistake. Okay. Semantic check means database just go and see that whatever command you are firing, this table exists in the system or not. This particular ID column is indexing exists into the system or not. Semantic. Syntactic will go and check your syntax is correct or not. So when it does their semantic check, whenever it does the semantic and syntactic check, if these both check are pass, means your syntax is correct. There's no syntactic issue. This DDL is fail because we already have a table other than syntax error. If this DDL failed, not because of syntax issue. I mean, this DDL is a valid DDL. Is not able to create an index because name is already used. So whenever this data will be inserted into the system, 7, 8 insert into the system. But for example, once my DDL fail, you have to tell the answer, you have to give both the answer to the interviewer. If your DDL fail other than syntax error, suppose here, I'm inserting suppose 9 and 10. 11, 12, give an example. Here I'm inserting a record. Now my DDL fail again, but this time it is because of your syntax. If a DDL fail because of syntax, data will not insert into the system. You can see that. This question become an interview question of DDL and DML. What happened when we create the table? So remember this. This question is totally based on DDL and DML. There's nothing related to index. This question nothing related to commit rollback. This is the total basic concept how DDL and DML behave. So DDL means auto commit. So when you write any insert, update, delete, if you fire any DDL, the first command of DDL will be auto commit to the system. If you all remember who is working in a project, you all can see when you open any procedure or something, the first line in the procedure is after beginning truncate table name. Anybody can see that command in your running project wherever you're working, and then there is your insert, your begin, end, all this thing coming, and data insert here into the system. Anybody can see this type of procedure in your project or packages anywhere? Okay, if not, you can open your code. You can see when if your particular procedure work for any job or any data warehouse system or any job oriented system where job will be running and insert data into the system, you can see first we truncate the table because truncate is a DDL command. If you run this truncate here, it will commit everything. So first thing we run the DDL. So let's commit because there's nothing happen. So commit will not help here, and then you can run it here. This is the reason we do truncate first. So if your DDL fail, data is still inserted if there is no syntax error. If there is syntax error, then only DDL will not do any commit statement because database will not consider it as a DDL. Database will not consider it as a DDL. It will consider when there is no syntax error. Second, third question on the DDL and DML. Let's talk about a concept of the data types. Data type is what? Which type of data? For example, if I'm writing here select star from HR.employees. My table contains so many things. These are called columns. These are called rows. Columns and rows. When I'm creating this table into the system, I have to tell to the database that I am creating a table. My table contains employee ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, hire date, job. So many columns I'm creating. But I have to tell to the database which type of data I'm storing. Which type means I am storing number, I am storing varchar. Varchar and number means varchar means string. Suppose I'm telling number means what? Simple number 0 to 9, 50, 60, 100, whatever. Any number is called a number. You suppose my batch is 50 is a number. My batch is B50 is a varchar. Varchar means variable character. A string will come into the picture here. This is called varchar. So data type is all about which type of data I'm storing. That's a very good question coming in the interview. You all can see in few minutes. Select star from HR.employee, just like a table contains. Let's say I'm creating a table. I'm creating a table. Suppose create table employee. Bracket will be start. How we are creating a table. And suppose I'm saying that I'm creating an employee ID. I'm writing a number. It means I am saying that my table contains one column called employee ID, and it is a data type number. Means only number I can store. Employee name VARCHAR2 20. I will let you know what is this 20 is in 2 minutes. Let's create the table first. I'm getting age, that is number. I'm getting sex, that is character. For example, 4. There are many questions coming from a simple table structure. You all can see many questions. Let me create a table. Table creator. This table is a very simple table. Contains 4 columns. Employee ID, that is a number type. Means I'm storing number. Employee name is a varchar2. Varchar2 means a string. A string always come in a single quotes. A string means ABCD. Other than 0 to 9, simple understanding. Other than 0 to 9, other than number, if your data contains anything else, it means it is a string. It means comes into single quotes. This 20 is what? This 20 is capacity. A very good question coming here. I'm giving in 2 minutes. This is called capacity. Capacity means how much maximum it can store. The maximum it can store 20 characters. The total length of 20. This is what I'm trying to say here. This is char. Char is exactly same like varchar, variable character. String I'm storing. This is capacity is 4. Let's see this. Varchar is for string. Number is for number. Varchar for string, number is for number. Varchar to 20 means 20 is the capacity. Means it can maximum store the 10 character string, right? Let me try to insert few record, and you can see how questions are coming here into the interview, how your concept will be clear. I'm inserting a data. Insert. This is the syntax. Syntax means what? Syntax means simple meaning how the programming language talk to the system. I'm saying insert into employee values. I'm inserting, for example, employee ID, I'm inserting 1. Employee name, I'm inserting anything. Age, I'm inserting suppose 23. And sex, I'm inserting, for example, male. Now let's see this. Here, I'm very easily data will be inserted into the system. I can go here, right, select star from employee, and select all from employee, show me all the data, I can see the data. Let me change the data, insert another data 2. 25 male. I'm trying to insert, you can see what happened. It gives error. This is what I'm telling you. Database is pure English language. Just read this error. Value too large for column. Something is database is pure English. Value too large for column. What is too large? Employee is a table name. Employee name is a column name. Actual 26, this is 26, maximum 20 allowed. So it means maximum 20 is allowed, but you are trying to insert 26 character string. Maximum 20, this is called the capacity. So when we create a table, when we make this capacity, you cannot insert any data more than that. It indicates the total capacity of the system, data inserted into the system at all. If you make it less value like this, data will be inserted. Now, second question to the interview from this. I have a table. A table contains a column, employee name, that is a varchar column. Can I insert a number into varchar? Suppose I write it here. Okay, let the question reverse it. I have a table contains number column. Can I insert a character here? Like I'm inserting in the name I'm writing, suppose here.
No.
Vishal. Okay. I try to insert. Gives error. Invalid number. Why it gives error? Because my first column is a number column. It means database expect that you can only insert a number 0 to 9. You cannot insert anything, any alphabet. Anything other 0 to 9, it gives error. Invalid. You cannot insert a character into a number. Second question in the interview. Can I insert? Suppose that number 3, then number 5. Second question in the interview. Can I insert a number into varchar? Everybody listen this. Chances of asking this type of questions is very important. And these are very important for your working when you work in a project because your concept matters. Question is, can I insert a number into varchar? This is, you can see this.
No,
You see the scenario?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can
Yes,
insert. We can insert it. We try to insert the data. Data will be inserted. We can insert a number into varchar, but we cannot insert a varchar into number. But this is actually not the question. The question is here. Select star from employee. I'm writing here where employee name, for example, I'm writing that employee name is equal to 5. You can see the data, everyone. See this data? First of all, this column, employee name, is a varchar column. Can I insert a number? Yes. We can insert a number into varchar. Yes, correct. I can see that. We all can see the data is here. There is no confusion at all. I can see the data here. We can insert a number into varchar. I'm trying to access the data. Select star from employee where employee name is equal to 5. Let's see this. Employee name is equal to 5. Let's see this. I have the data into the system. I inserted the number into the system. Then why it gives error? This is the interview
It's a
question.
string.
Because the concept is, yes, you can insert a number into the varchar, but when you come to my family, you have to follow my custom. Right? This is what happening in all the scenario, right? You come to my family, you have to follow my custom. You are a number, but when you go to the varchar family, you become character now. I'm trying to do like this into the string, single quotes. I'm able to see the data. See this. Even through we insert, remember this line again, I'm trying to repeat again. Even through you insert number value in the varchar column, Oracle treated them as a character only. So if you are doing employee name is equal to 5, it will not work because even you are a number, but once you come to my family, you have to follow my custom. You are become a character. So you become a character into the system. There is no question at all. No question at all. You become a character now. You have to behave like a character, right? So when you behave like a character, you come here, make equal to into single quotes. Now this number behave as a string. Data inserted. This is the question. When the interview asking this question, can I insert a number into varchar? Never give you one line answer. Always try to explain. By explaining, you are killing time, which is very important because you have to kill 50 minutes. You and interviewer are not friend, right? You have to kill his time. And the second, you are able to tell is your concept. That this number, go to varchar, this become character. So this will work. And the most important question here, difference between character and varchar. Difference between char and varchar, right? And a very important question. And difference between varchar and varchar2. Remember, when we go to each topic, we are discussing about all the tables, structure, insert, all these things. When we discuss any topic, we'll go to each and every scenario. Each and every, all permutation and combination of the question that is possible. Whenever I'm discussing trigger, I'm discussing function, I'm discussing procedure, I'm discussing package, I'm discussing view, I'm discussing materialized view, I'm discussing exception handling. Each and every topic, all the question, all the permutation combination of the questions can be covered. Because my main concept is when you go for interview, you can get your 40% question on the basic concept, 2 to 3 SQL queries. In this SQL query, basically analytical functions. Your one question you will definitely get analytical. One question you can get on case and decode. Analytical you definitely get 2000% sure, right? I can give you guarantee that you all will be perfect master in writing SQL. After that, advanced concept 2 to 3 questions or 4 questions, 5 questions for advanced concept, 1 question performance tuning. On performance tuning, you have to make yourself that you are able to explain at least 20 minutes without stopping. This is what you have to maintain yourself. That when talking about performance tuning, you are able to talk at least 20 minutes without stopping. If you do that, no one will stop your selection. Means you can take me written on a stamp paper. If you're able to speak 20 minutes, nobody will stop you. There is a guy in my B10 batch, right? Deeksha. I always give this example to everybody. His experience is 2.5 years in TCS package 3.6. If we start talking about tuning, he can explain 1 hour without stopping. He cracked the package of 15 lakhs from 3.6 to 15, just experience of 2 years and 3 months. And so many companies, not in one. It is all about how good you are able to explain. In a same project, same teams, 4 people are working, or 4 people, person A, B, C, D, same experience, maybe plus minus little bit 2-3 months, but same work, same designation, but different package. Maybe he's working on 8 lakhs, he's working 12, he's working 6, he's working 9. You know why? How good he's the best person who give the interview. He get the 12 lakhs package. He's just have to fill the okay, let's take it 6 lakhs. Both are doing same work in the same company, same project, same client, everything same, but package is different. So always know how to answer is very important. Let's see the question. Difference between CHAR and VARCHAR. This is CHAR, this is VARCHAR. When this question comes in interview, never give theoretical answer which you can find on Google, because interviewer knows you that you are coming from Google. So let's see this how. Let's understand the scenario. Okay, I have the table. You can see this data into the table. It's like a staff or employee. I'm talking about the difference between CHAR and VARCHAR. There is a function called a length function into the database. Length function will give you length. Suppose, for example, if I'm writing select length of any string, I can pass, for example, suppose my name Vishal from dual. Length will let you know what is the length of this particular string. It will give you 6. Whatever I can pass here, I can pass such a big string, anything. Length function will give you total length of this string, 59. Whatever you pass, it will give you the length of that string. I'm giving you this scenario. I'm going to discuss VARCHAR and CHAR. Let's see this what I'm trying to do. I'm writing here select employee name, comma, length of employee name, comma, sex, comma, length of sex from table employee. Let's see the data. I'm trying to explain the difference between CHAR and VARCHAR. Let's see this here. And you can see this. Employee name column, this 20 is what? Capacity. This 4 is what? Capacity. Both are character. See this employee name. This employee name is a total capacity of 20 allocated to that, but it only use 5. Rest it release the memory. Here it use only 9. Rest 11 it release the memory. Here it use only 1. Rest 19 it release the memory. But here if you can see the sex column, it allocate 4. It use all 4. It use everything. Suppose here if I just select it here. M comes with space. M come with space. You know what this space is? The padding with blank. It use 1 character for M. Rest 3 don't want to leave it. It don't leave that. It is a fixed length data. It use all 4 and store all the values with padding character. For example, when I'm writing one more table, like getting an employee 1. Take an example. I have this character 40. I just make it 40. Let's see what is happening. So I'm inserting just one data I want to insert here. Let's see this. Sex. 40 character I make it here. So just store one, rest 39, it make a blank space. You can see that. But in case of employee name is a varchar, varchar is a variable character, variable length, char is a fixed length. If you give 40, it will occupy all 40. Variable character, it not occupy, it will free up all remaining space. Prefer to use varchar into the system rather than char, because varchar will utilize the memory. It will not use all 20. Even the capacity is 20, but if you use only one, it use only one. Rest it release. Character, I make it 40. Does not matter, use only one, rest 39, it use just padded with blank. You can see that. But here employee name, it is nothing. You can, when I'm selecting it, you can see this. There's no blank, no blue spaces coming. Here the blue space is coming. Next question. Difference between varchar and varchar2. This topic is very confusing. Many, if you open any Google, right? Few people on the Google, okay, never read any bogus website. Always try to read documentation. Difference between varchar and varchar2. Varchar and varchar2. In few websites, it is claimed that varchar will use for null space. Varchar is used when we have a null data, or the null data will be managed. But first of all, understand it. This is what you have to answer. There is no difference between varchar and varchar2 in Oracle. However, it is advised not to use varchar because varchar is still in development stage. Oracle as a company is still working to develop the total functionality of varchar. It is still in development stage. So we have to use varchar2 only. They are working something that how to utilize null value, because null is undefined unknown. I will discuss about null in a session definitely, right? So it is always not advisable to use varchar for storing data. It is reserved for future use. Oracle reserved it for future use. They are doing something on it. Try to release it. Still not. So varchar2 will be always used when we are working anything onto the system. Understand this example? This answer you have to give to the interviewer, difference between varchar and varchar2. Let's go to another question. I am getting a table, right? Number means number. I can store number. Can I make a number? Can I make a number with negative precision? Negative, what is precision? Precision means, suppose I can make a data here. Okay, let me create a table. A table text. Okay, I'm making an ID column and make a number. Suppose I'm writing here 5,2. What do you mean by 5,2? I'm telling what scenario based question coming. It's a very good question coming in the interview. They will not asking about exact this negative precision, but very good scenario based question I'm discussing next 2 minutes. 5,2. I create this table. What does it mean? It means this is what? This is what? This is called precision and this is called scale. This is called scale. Scale means after decimal 2 value allowed and 5 means total 5 allowed. Suppose I'm inserting data here. Insert into text values. I'm inserting, for example, 330.12. It will be inserted into the system. Select star from text. I can see data inserted. Total 5 after decimal 2. Suppose I'm writing it here 305.2. Total is still 5. After decimal only one value. Let's see what is happening. It gives error. Value larger than specified. 5,2 after decimal you have to make 2. The total length is still 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this data not allowed. Because it is, when I'm creating a definition of the table, I'm saying 5,2. 5 means total length after decimal 2 must be there. 2 records. Here only 1 record. If I make it suppose 15.12, that's okay. Because total is maximum 5 allowed. After decimal 2, data is there. After decimal 2 satisfied. So when I'm writing here 15.172. What does it mean? Total 5 after decimal 3 records. It still take the value because this is your precision. Total value is not before decimal. Before decimal, you cannot take more than 3 record. Otherwise, it will fail. This is interview question into the interview. You can see that. Very basic thing, but after showing data, it just show only 2 records here. The question is, suppose I can make a table with negative precision. Let's first understand negative precision is. Or suppose interviewer asking like this, forget about negative precision. They're asking like, I have a table and there is a column, ID column, right? And user can insert any value. Suppose user inserting 1, 2, 3, 4. You're inserting 3, 23, 48. User will insert any data, 1, 0, 0, 8. I want to insert, when the data go to the system, I want to insert a, what you can say, a nearest 100 value. Means user inserting 1, 2, 3, 4, but in my system, I want to insert a 1200. User inserting 2, 3, 4, 8, I want to insert 2300. User insert suppose 1008, it insert in my system 1000. User insert 3467, it insert 3500 into the table. How to do that? How to do that? Question is, I am inserting any random value, but in my database, in my table, only nearest 100, nearest 1000, nearest anything. I want a roundup value. I want a roundup value. I don't want like 2348. I don't want this. I want 2300. The nearest 100 value or nearest 50 value, whatever, nearest thousands value, anything what we can do. For this, you have to do negative precision. You can say this, create table this. 5, minus 2. When I'm writing 5, minus 2, and suppose I'm inserting data here. Suppose 1208. I'm inserting data 1208. I'm inserting 1208. Data inserted. Go to the table. It inserted. Nearest 100. See this here, what is happening. This minus 2 means what? When I'm talking about negative precision, minus 2 means nearest 100. 2 means 20, simple. No, there is no need to memorize anything. 2 means 20. If I make it minus 3, means 30, nearest 1000. So whatever requirement is, my interviewer will not ask you precision and table and minus 2, no. The question is, I want to insert any random data, but I want in my system, it will insert by nearest 100, nearest 1000. And you have to say, you want to, at the time of insert data, you want to do that. So you can make this table column as a negative precision, minus 2, nearest 100. You can see any data. I can suppose 1 to 88. See 1 to 88. I can go to the table. You can see 1300. You can see that 1389. Run the table. My table with minus 2, nearest 100. It will insert the data, show you 1400. All can see that. Any confusion till here? This scenario-based question, you all understand it? I hope yes. Okay. So this question coming into the interview, how to answer? Simple insert statement, create table. They're asking very basic questions. In this question will ask somewhere, I think in Facebook or Ola. I don't remember exactly in which company, but in Facebook or Ola, I find this on lead code, this question asking in the interview that I want to, any random data comes from user, but I want in my system, data is stored only nearest 100 or data is stored only nearest 1000. Suppose I can make test table 2. I make it suppose minus 3. Any data, total length minus 3. What does it means? Nearest 1000. If I want to direct like data like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm running this data. Nearest 1000. Last 3 digit become just 2. Sorry. Last 3 digit become 000. 1, 2, 3, 000. You can see that. Suppose I writing here 1, 2, 3, 7, 86. Nearest 1000. 12400. It will go. I hope you understand this negative precision. I'm expecting. Do you all agree? Understand it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's understand another scenario-based question here. Because we're talking about the basic start, we just start table. We're just moving around table. Few minutes before we create a table. DSC employee. This table we created few minutes before. This is my table. And I want to insert data into this table. Insert into employee. See the scenario. Values and how questions are coming here into the interview. Values, I'm inserting suppose 4 employee ID. Employee name, I'm inserting such a big employee name, comma, age suppose 34, sex suppose female. Why this will be fail? Very simple. I know why it is fail, because actual 26, maximum 20. Because my table, this employee name column is a VARCHAR2 20. Capacity is 20 allowed. You are trying to insert 26, it failed. Okay, so interviewer say what you can do? So because it is failed, because our capacity is 20 allowed. So solution is we can increase this capacity. Okay, how to increase this capacity? See, this is very good question here. We can simply just modify this column. How to modify it? Simple, I'm just giving you a command. Alter table name. I'm coming with a scenario based question here. Alter table name, modify. Alter table name, modify column, employee name. I'm writing here Varchar2 30. When I make Varchar2 30, my this 20, the capacity changed to 30. You can see this data table alter, capacity changed to 30. Now if I try to insert this data insert into the system. No problem at all. Interviewer question is, can I increase or decrease the size of a table? Sorry, of a column. Just like you can see that, yes, you can increase it. Can I decrease it? Let's see if I can make it 28. Currently it is 30. Can I decrease it 28? If you increase, you can decrease as well. But what is the interview question I'm telling you here? Yes, you can decrease. You can see table alter, data decrease. No problem at all. But the question is, increasing a length is very easy. Increasing the length is very easy. Anything you try to increase from 20 to 40, 50, 60, whatever you want to increase, increasing is very easy. Whenever we try to decrease the size, suppose I want to decrease the size 24. At the time of decreasing the size, it's a time consuming process. In case of size reduction, it will check. Let's see what is happening. See this error message first. Here we understand it, that we cannot decrease the size here 24 because I have one data exists which is 26 length. So you cannot, because cannot decrease column length because one value is so big. But what is the scenario of this question here is, can we increase or decrease the size, the modify column size? Yes, you can do by modify command. But increasing the length is very easy, straightforward, while decreasing the length is time consuming. And it may my system hung. It may my system hung. We have to use only in downtime. Reason is, suppose my table contains 1 million record. When I try to decrease the size, this particular command will go to the database and check each and every data, all 1 million record. Go and check, is there all records satisfy this Varchar 24 or not? Each and every record it go and check. And if any value not satisfy, it give error. So decreasing is time consuming. We will not do decrease size until it is not a downtime. In a production environment, we should not do. We should, means we can do, but you should not. We should not prefer to do in a live environment. So decreasing the length will always time. Increasing is straightforward. Increasing is straightforward, but decreasing is time consuming process. We can do that, but not do regularly. Second interview question. Let's take one more scenario. I have a table employee. My table contains few records, okay, and I want to add one extra column, address column. That I forget it that my data contains one, and I have to maintain the employee name, employee ID, their age, sex, and the address also. So can I add a column? Yes, you can add a column. No problem at all. Interview question is very simple here. Add a column. You can say yes, I can add a column. Alter table name. You just write it here. Add. So I can write it address. Varchar2 suppose 20 whatever. Interviewer question is, add the column is very easy. You can add the column, alter table name. My interviewer always try to make a story that my table contains 1 million record and my table will be accessed by, my table is very time sensitive data. That table will be accessed by so many jobs, procedure, this and that, client specific tables. So if my table contains 1 million record and you try to add a column, right? What happened with my existing data? What happened with my existing data? I hope you all understand this question. What happened with my existing data if my table contains already record? I'm trying to insert a value. I try to add a new column. Your answer is, if your table has already record and we can add a new column, then does not happen anything. The new column will be added successfully, and this particular table, select star from employee, will contains a new column value with null. Because when this new column will populated, this value already there, this value comes with null. Interviewer saying no, that's okay. But I don't want to populate this null. I want to populate it with a particular data. So some people can say, sir, I first add the column, then update. You don't have to update. You just have to add a column, suppose address 1, VARCHAR2, I'm writing here default any value, so default residential. When this new column will be added, is added with a default value residential. I don't have to fire update command. By default residential will be coming. Now next question is coming, the most important question for all the people from 6 year to 10 year to 20 year, everyone. Can I drop a column? If you add a column, can I drop a column? Yes. If you add a column, you can drop a column as well. Alter table, table name, same scenario. Alter table, table name, drop column, column name. Suppose I want to here drop column address. I want to drop this column, this table will be dropped. Like staff or employee, your table drop, table gone. Understand it here, but be aware. This is dropping a column is a very expensive operation. What I'm trying to teach you here, please listen very carefully. Dropping a column is a very expensive operation. On a table that is storing millions of rows, it will take a long time to run. It blocks other changes and your application may be unstable because your table is changing. Your table structure is changing. So dropping a column is a very expensive operation, right? It can make your application unusable. So what we have, this answer to give to the interviewer. Rather than dropping a column, rather than blocking a column, we can set that column unused. Set that column. Set unused. Alter table, table name. Just writing here, alter table. Let me add this column one more time. I am telling you. Alter table, employee.
Can I use phone to call the
No. Add address VARCHAR220. Table altered. Simple. Select staff or employee. I can see employee table here. I have to remove this address column. My table contains millions of data. So it is not advisable to drop the column. It's a very expensive operation. So what we have to do? Remember, this is the concept. And this is what you have to answer. Everybody can answer, yes sir, alter table, table name, drop column, column name. But you have to give different answer. Answer differently. This is the key of success. If you all are there who are in my WhatsApp group, you can see so many people are giving that I selected here, I selected here. This is all because of their hard work. How good they are able to answer. So I can make it here, alter table, table name. Just write it here, set unused. Set unused column address. When I make set unused column address, you can see this table altered, select staff or employee, this table column gone. But this is an instant operation. Unused is a instant operation. Does not matter your table contains 5 records or 5 million records or 5 billion record. Does not matter. It's instant operation. Said no matter how many rows are in the table, it will take same amount of time. This is because why the reason why it is doing the same amount of time? Because when I'm doing always when I'm giving answer, right, you have to know why, what, when, how, where, all this answer you have to know. If you know this answer, you know the concept, you're able to answer a lot. So alter table, table name, set unused column address. When I do this set unused, you have to say that we never have to, sir, I can do the alter table, table name, drop column, column name, table column will be dropped. That's correct. But you have to tell to the interviewer, but if my table contains millions of record, it take a lot of time. And nobody else can use that table at the same moment because the table in changing state. My all application will be blocked. My application is not responsive because still the table is changing. So you have to use the rather than dropping, you have to use unused. Alter table, table name, set unused column, column name. When I'm doing this operation, it's an instant operation. Does not matter my table contains 5 records or 5 billion record. It done quick, just like this. It become quick. The reason is why it become quick, because by using unused operation, by using the column unused, right? My column address column is not dropped physically. It just out. My column is not physically removed from the database, but it mark them unavailable. The data still exists, but the data still exists in the address column. But remember, can you make it roll back? If I want, you cannot, because alter is a basic concept. Go back to the base concept. Alter is a DDL command. DDL is auto commit. If I make something unused, you cannot make it used. That's gone. It's gone. If you are hoping to reclaim the space, this column use, you need to wipe up the table. How to do that? Alter table. Then after when the operation done, in the next activity of the DBA, DBA can go and do like this. Alter table, table name, drop unused columns. Alter table, table name, drop unused column. If I want to see which column is unused, I'm not running it. I'm running a query here. Select star from DBA underscore unused underscore columns underscore tabs. I think this is the table, if I remember correctly. Oh, this table is DB unused call tabs. I think this is the correct column. DB unused call tabs. Let me search on the Google. I think maybe I don't have access. Yeah, DB unused call tabs. This table is correct. DB underscore unused underscore call underscore tabs. Maybe I don't have access in this live environment because this is user underscore unused underscore tabs. Let's see. Okay, I can see this here. Maybe I don't have access to this. In this table, I have one column. That column contains an unused column. I can directly go and drop unused columns in my next, whenever my plan, my downtime or some activity performed by the DBA, at that time that DBA will go and drop that unused column and make that space available. When we decided to physically drop the column, we can use this DBL, alter table, table name, drop unused column. As you are doing the work of deleting the data, it can take a long time at that time. But at the same moment of time, when dropping the column, instant operation. Whichever method you use, take care when you are removing the column, because dropping column or setting them unused, both are one-way operation. Because alter is a DDL. DDL is an auto commit. You cannot revert it back. It's a one-way traffic. There is no undrop column command. There is no used column command. No. If you made a mistake, you have to recover the table from the backup, or you have to create the table again. You have no option at all, because alter is auto commit. So I hope you get this answer. Can I drop a column? You know how to answer is very important. Nobody will ask you. Nobody will ask you in the interview, right? That what is unused? No. You have to tell to the interviewer. He just asked a single question, how to drop a column, and you will explain a lot. You kill his 5 minutes and you make your point valid. This is how you have to make answer. There is one more scenario. Invisible column. There is one more scenario called invisible column. Let's see this invisible columns. I hope you all watch that movie Mr. India, right? You watch the movie Mr. India? Anil Kapoor will be invisible. I mean, there is present, but nobody can see that. The concept is invisible column. Invisible column is a new concept, comes in Oracle 12c only. This concept is come from Oracle 12c. Before Oracle 12c, we don't have this concept of invisible column. Invisible column in a table means that does not appear, even in the select star. Even in the select star, we cannot do that. Let's see example. Example is very easy to understand. I'm writing create table testing. I'm writing column 1 number, column 2 number, column COL, column 3. I'm writing a number. I'm making it invisible. Just write here invisible. That's it. Bracket close. Writing it here. Table created. Table created. This column become invisible. Invisible means what? Let's see this here. I'm writing a data here. Insert into testing. When I'm inserting data, only 2 columns. Column 1, comma column 2. Values, I'm inserting 1, 2. 1, 2. Insert data for other 2 columns. Right? Data inserted. I'm writing here select star from testing. I wrote select star. Star means what? All the data, all the columns. Star means all the columns. of this table. This table contains 3 columns, but this third column is what? Invisible column. It will not appear here. Interview question. Interview can ask question in a scenario. I have a table. My table contains 6 columns, but when I'm doing select star, it will show only 5 columns. These questions are just because of whatever comes in his mind. Interviewer is just like me and you. Any person who is free on that day, he will ask the question. He will come for the interview. Question is, my table contains 6 columns, but when I'm doing select star, my table can see only 4 columns. How is it possible? How is it possible? Because maybe that column will be invisible column. When I have an invisible columns, you cannot see that column into select star. This is a new concept in Oracle 12c. Why? Because of security. If I wrote it here, the only person who can see, if I just go and see column 1, comma column 2, comma column 3, if you specify the column name, then only you are able to see that column. Otherwise, you cannot. How do I know that my table contains invisible column? How do I know my table contains invisible column? Just go there, user tab columns, select star from user tab column. It's a data dictionary. User tab column is data dictionary. In this particular table, there is a column called, I think, hidden underscore column. Suppose I'm writing here column ID, comma, column underscore name, comma, hidden underscore column, constant column, tab columns where table underscore name is equal to, for example, I'm writing testing. Let's see this. For invisible columns, even database will not assign any column ID to these people, this particular column. It even not by any data column. You can see this hidden column is equal to yes. It means this column will be hidden. This is the concept of invisible column concept. Are you getting my point, everybody? Any confusion, anyone here? This is a concept of invisible.
I have a doubt.
Yes, tell me.
Thank you. What is the use of invisible column if we are not using a data, no primary key, like
no
column ID is not assigned, then how we will use it in real time?
Okay, invisible column is just used for security purpose. If I want to see, when we learn about views, right? You know about view, if you know, have a little bit idea. I'm just
yes, I have.
I'm explaining because we know we'll go all the topics. View is for security. The main reason why we create view, just to secure application security and easy fetching the data. That's it. Security is the main purpose of creating view. I don't want everyone to give all the access of the table. I create views for them, so he can see only that particular data. In the same way, if I don't have to creating view, but in the column we are creating this invisible column, so we can make our data secure. Only that person will be able to see the data who knows the table name. Sorry, who knows the column name. Other than any other person, we cannot make it. Let's see one more question here on the same. Let's give me 1 more minute. One more question related to the same invisible concept. In a table, I have a table. Let's see this. Invisible concept. I'm telling you the same goal. I have a table. My table contains, suppose, create table X. My table contains ID, number, name, Varchar2, 20. Let's see this question here. My table created. If I go here, write DSCX, my table will be created. ID name. I have to add one extra column. I am writing alter table name. Add, suppose, email column, that is Varchar2, 20. Interview question. When I add this column go into the last. There is no problem at all. Same concept. You add a new column go into the last. Interview question is, can we add a new column in a table on a specific position? I want to add email after ID. I want to add email. Let's see this here again, everyone. This is my table, contains 2 columns. All basic concept, creating table. We are just here, create, modify, alter, add. That's it. We haven't moved anything else today. Creating a table and adding 2 columns, ID and name. Okay. I add a new column. What happened? You can say, okay, new column will be added. New column, go to the last column. Yes. I want this add a new column on a specific position without dropping the table. Then some people can say, okay, sir, you can't do that. we can go and make the table again or drop the table again and make ID, number, comma, email, varchar, comma, name, varchar. I cannot afford dropping a column. I cannot afford it. We can't do that. I don't want to afford my column. Because my column, suppose my table contains millions of data. I don't want to make a backup, make a drop, make this and that. I don't want it. But I want to add this email column. These are all interview questions. Simple interview questions. They just want to make your concept, do you know or not? Can I add an email column in a second position? Can I do that? This comes with the concept of invisible. Because this name is a column. Let's see what I'm trying to do. I make alter table X, modify name invisible. When I make this column name invisible, the column ID will be gone. Oracle not assign any column ID to this person. I go here, DESC X. When I want to do DSC X, I can see I have ID column here, email column come into the second, name column go into the last. And if you want, you can make this column again, alter table name, modify name visible. Still your position is not changed. ID, email, name. Email go to the second position. The question is, can I add a new column in a table on a specific position? We can use the help of visible, invisible, new concept from Oracle 12c. I can alter my table, modify that a column as a invisible. When I'm doing invisible, the column ID will go on. It become null. Then the rest column will come up. And then you can make that column visible. So new ID will be assigned, it come down. You can see that. This is a concept. We can achieve this by using invisible column concept.
What if there are many columns, sir?
You have to do this in a real-time scenario. It will never happen. Nobody doing the real-time projects. But for the interview and this question, there are 5 columns. You can make 5 columns on invisible. Then make them visible.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay, but this is only invisible. Visible is the concept by which in Oracle you can add a column in a particular position. Otherwise, there is a concept of DBMS underscore read definition. It's a very complex scenario, so don't worry about it. That's it. So this is what I just want to tell you for today. Okay, I will send you all, whoever have the email ID, I will send you all the notes, whatever we're discussing, you all will receive everything, whatever we discuss. Here you can see my mobile number is here. You can send my WhatsApp number is because I'm in US, so this number will not useful. If you are already added in my WhatsApp groups, that's okay, right? So I will send the notes to all of you, whoever will send their email IDs or who the email ID I receive. Tomorrow we are meeting on the same time. We are discussing more on this. Focus on base concept that help a lot. And then we learn about queries, then about PL SQL, everything one by one. Okay, so thank you so much for joining the session. We'll meet again tomorrow, right? And we'll discuss the same thing. If any question is there, you all can ping me on my WhatsApp. Okay, anybody, any question here, you can ask me here if you want.
Yeah, just some basics actually.
Yes, please.
I know you'll be covering from SQL standpoint, but in any of the sessions, will you be covering database concept as a whole, just to give an overview when a query is triggered, how the database reacts to it? I know it's a different subject altogether, but
it's not different. Whenever I discuss performance tuning explain plan, I will let you know. Because when the question comes to tuning, I will let you know how the explain plan will behave. So I will go each and everything. See, my focus is how you go and crack your interviews for every level, from 2 years to 20 years. There are many people have 15 and 16 years experience also in the session, right? So I will focus on all. So don't worry for it. I will go each and every question.
Okay, and would all this concept differ anyway when it goes to cloud, or is it still the same?
No, how cloud is different? Cloud will just give an environment.
Okay.
Cloud will just give an environment. That's it.
Okay. RDS, DynamoDB, everything would same concept.
Any RDBMS concept is same. Concept never change. If you know, when you go and sell yourself in the market, you have to sell that you are a database person, database professional. Not you can say I'm Oracle person or don't give email ID anybody here. You all can send in the WhatsApp on the group. I will send the notes from here. Okay. So this when you have to sell yourself that you are a database professional, not at the Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, DB2, whatever. No, you are a database people. This is how you have to sell yourself. Got it? So we will learn all each and every day, right, Santosh? So don't worry. Let's meet tomorrow on the same time. Then we can proceed.
And will you also be giving us some exercises to get familiar with this?
Yes, whenever we discuss about SQL queries, function, procedure, everything, you will get exercises. Focus, and again, I'm repeating, just my notes are enough.
Yeah, sure.
Interviews, right? Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good-
Thank you,
have a
Vishal.
good day.
Thank you, Vishal. Thank you.